Sports Office has an NFL theme to it today because we have Erik Cook, former Lobo, Washington Redskins center. On the side of him, Lawrence Gilligan, my buddy in crime here. Lawrence, no way.
Yeah.
And first of all, Super Bowl's done. And then, before we even started this, you said something that was interesting that just reminded us that you guys beat the Super Bowl champs twice, man. I mean, were you thinking that when you saw the game, the end of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about it like that. I mean, we didn't have the best of season. We won 5 games or whatever, and 2 of those games were against the Super Bowl champions. It's just kind of like, oh, look what we could have done with just games here and there. I mean, we could have had a good season. It's just like 1 play away or 2 plays away.
What about you personally, though? What did you get out of this season as far as you feel like you established yourself more now that you've been with the organization?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of playing time this year, and that was big for me. Like, I got some starts under my belt, and I got to actually see what a true NFL game speed's like. And I mean, it's unreal, the guys that are out there, the athletes on the field. I mean, my first game I played in, I was going up against Jenkins and Babin and all those guys, and I mean, there's some pretty powerful guys, you know. Going from college where you can go around and kind of be the dominant one on the field. Now you're in the NFL and you're going up against all these guys, and it makes you realize these guys are the top of the cream of the crop, you know.
Yeah.
Do you feel the speed has changed? Do you feel it just keeps progressing to be faster and quicker and more dynamic?
Oh yeah, definitely. You see offensive linemen out there running like 4.8 40s now,
I know.
bench pressing 225, 45 times. I mean, these guys it's unreal what the athlete was back then compared to now. I mean, we have this conversation. I had it with someone else the other day. Do you think football back in the day, athletes could compete with football players now? And I mean, the game's changed a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Offseason means free agency, and Peyton Manning might be out there on the market, and they keep bringing up your team. Oh yeah, Washington's going to probably end up with Peyton, and you hear the Jets too sometime. What would you think if you're out there blocking for Peyton Manning?
I think it'd be pretty crazy. I mean, I got a chance to block for Don McNabb, and I thought that was pretty awesome. But Peyton Manning, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. My personal opinion. I mean, even with the neck injury, so I think it'd be pretty awesome to be able to block for a guy like Peyton.
You told me you'd rather have Peyton than Robert Griffin III, Heisman Trophy winner.
He's a big Baylor fan.
I'm a big Baylor guy. So
RG3 is gonna be good too. I mean, Peyton has all the experience, though.
Yeah, definitely. So how about that then? You know, Peyton, a guy that's a little bit older, coming off a neck injury that I think's serious enough towards okay, he gets hit once, you know, and he re-aggravates it. It's done. It's kind of like Rich Gannon, you know. He had that neck injury against Tampa Bay, and it was career-ending. Yeah. You know, then you got a guy like RG3 or any other quarterback coming out of the draft, you know, that you guys might be looking at. What would you rather have, a veteran guy that's been there in the trenches, or a guy that it's going to take a couple of years for him to get it going?
Personally, with the way our team is now, I think we need an experienced quarterback back there. I mean, Rex Grossman, great quarterback, great guy. But if Peyton does come in, I think he would help our team. And I don't think we have the team now. We just need that one factor, and I think Peyton would bring that to us.
What about as far what are they telling you guys as far as there's the thing we were talking about earlier about he brought up Lawrence was talking about Brian, about the I can't even remember the name of the drug, Toradol. When you look at that, there's something to help with the pain and all that. As an NFL player, you're still in the league. Do you try to limit yourself on taking stuff like that when you know there's side effects, or I mean, explain to people out there how it's almost like unavoidable sometimes because you're trying to get through a season.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL season, it's long. You experience that your rookie year or the first year you actually get to play. And this year, I mean, I was on the practice squad last year, so I didn't really get to go through all the game experience and get my body beat up. But this year, when I actually did it, I mean, it's grueling. It's a long process. definitely longer than college. I mean, college you can go through and you'd be all right. You're week 12 and your body's killing you from preseason, OTAs, mini camps, all those things. Just the nonstop beating up at your body. I mean, there's coaches that like Coach Shanahan, he took care of us during the season. I mean, we took our the minimum amount of practices we went full pads with. I mean, that was with the new CBA and everything. But there's still guys that have been in the league for 10, 12 years. I mean, their bodies, they're aching, and they kind of need it. But for me personally, I only use it when I need it, and yeah.
I mean, are you thinking though, like I don't even want to use it? I mean, or does it is it something that you don't think about? You just go do your job.
It's kind of that thing you don't think about, you know. Who was the player back in the day where his pinky was dislocating? He was like, just cut it off, you know. It's kind of like that kind of situation. Like if whatever is going to help me succeed on the field, that's what I'll do. That to help the team, and I'll help myself out, and kind of in that situation you're put in.
Do you feel like you spend more time in the training room now? You know, just because. Well, I mean, no, but hey,
that's a legitimate point.
Your body's your temple. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, we know that. I mean, and you're a pro athlete, so that's. You make your money based on your performance, you know. So,
yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're trying to stick around and try to dodge using, you know, Toradol or stuff like that, you know, painkillers, you gotta be in there, you know, trying to maintain your body and your health, right?
Yeah, I've noticed the difference between college and the NFL is I'm taking more care of my body. I'm taking the right supplements now. I'm in the weight room more. I'm eating more healthy. Like after practices, I'm doing the ice baths and I'm getting massages and stuff like that. I mean, now that it is your body, I mean, you could quickly be replaced in the NFL. If you sprain your ankle, you're done. They have someone else trying to replace you right away. So I have noticed myself taking better care of myself.
Yeah, well, I guess you have to if you want to last in a league, especially a league like that. I mean, as far as you talking about taking care of yourself, and taking the ice baths, the massages, and doing all those different things like that. Is there such a drastic difference from college and NFL as far as your body? I mean, is it like your body's just getting hammered, and college was like more like a tap?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but like when in college, I thought I was at like the top level. But like I was saying earlier, these athletes, it's everyone like going up against each other. It's top of the food chain going against each other, and we are hitting harder, and it's the contact and the collisions and everything is so much more drastic than college. I feel like you need to take care of your body more. So.
Wow, that's really interesting, huh, Lawrence?
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on the Super Bowl? What were your thoughts about Tom Brady's
His wife?
Giselle
Here we go.
talking, you know? I'm just asking because hey, you know how it is. You know, you come from a family that's very sports oriented.
Yeah.
So I know all of our families are like that. So we all know the game in a sense. And I mean, do you hate her for saying something like that?
You know, I don't, because I can honestly see the frustration, like, when it comes to a game that close. I mean, I wasn't really, like, into the Super Bowl that much. I didn't really watch much of it, but I understand where she was coming from. And, that's just the frustration of the game where all the fans, you know, she's walking out of the elevator and all the fans are getting after her. So I could see why she said it.
Would you feel, I mean, how would you feel if that was Mrs. Cook, would you be upset? Because would you feel upstaged, like, oh, come on, honey, you gotta dial it down a notch? And
I would understand why she said it, but I mean, you gotta, when you're at that point in your career and you know people are watching you, you gotta mind what you say.
Yeah, be careful.
No, that's true.
Anything as far as this, what do you think, what is your take on this whole, I mean, you played in the Mountain West, and you see how the conference is just changing, you know, like they're talking about the merger with Conference USA, and now it looks like that might happen, but at the same time, it's just, don't you think it's just horrible how I think college athletics is just going to pot with all this conference changing, and I mean, because it's all about chasing money, and there's nothing good going to come out of it, I don't think. I don't know. I totally
agree with you on that. Like, like I don't even know who's in the Mountain West Conference right now. Like that's how much it's like
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
And, like,
And you were just there.
it was 2-3 years ago. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew like Boise State was in it, but when I found out New Mexico was playing them in the conference, I was like, well, what's going on? You know, like, and then all these other conference changes. I don't like it. I mean, I like the old conference we had. I mean, granted, like the TCUs and all them, they wanted to get the BCS, and I could see why it's happening, but I don't like it.
All right. You know, with his brother, we haven't brought up Ryan yet, and we've almost gotten out of this. And Ryan, he get on my case, man. If I don't bring a big brother, both of you guys being in the NFL, how's he like in Miami? And does he call you and you guys like give each other tips and stuff like that?
He likes it down there. I mean, who wouldn't like it down
South
in
Beach,
Miami? Yeah, we call each other up, and now that we're both getting our playing time, he'll be like, "Oh, how'd you do today?" And I go over and talk to him, just, "Oh, I missed my footwork on this, or had bad technique, maybe gave up a hit on the quarterback," and he goes through, and maybe he like tries to help me, and we try to talk each other through it. And I mean, since we did playing each other this year, we played a lot of the same opponents, so we got to watch film on each other.
Oh,
and
wow, that's cool.
So like when Miami played Buffalo was one of the games I played in, and he's like, "I thought you did a good job," because he got to watch the Redskins play the Buffalo defense.
Oh, yeah.
So he was watching cut-ups, and he like, it was pretty funny because he'd be sitting in there, and he's like, Jake Long would be like, "Oh, is that your little brother?" And it's stuff like that, and that's how it is in our room too with the Redskins. Like, "Oh, look at Big Cook over here doing this. He has horrible technique," and my coach graded him, trying to give me a hard time about it. It'd be pretty funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's it like? Because I mean, the Redskins were almost there. You said you're a couple of plays away from winning games versus losing them. Miami was like that too. They were pretty dynamic towards the end, pretty explosive at the end.
Yeah. They did beat us.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, big brother.
Yeah, he
You rub it in a little bit. Did you guys have a little bet going, a little side wager?
kind of. It was just more bragging rights, but he won't let me hear the end of it. And, like I hung out with some of the Miami O-line this offseason, and there was some trash talking going on.
Oh,
but,
wow.
both of us, I mean, from the beginning, we started off 3-0. They, of course, had all those losses, and then it kind of looked like we kind of switched spots, and they were getting better, and we were like, I don't want to say getting worse, but we were just that one play, one mistake away. And it shows. I mean, we beat the Super Bowl champions.
Twice. I know, twice. Not just once, but twice, man. Well, good.
Cookie, it's always a pleasure, man. Anytime we got the Cook brothers in the house, it's a good deal, man. Tell Big Ryan we need to catch up with him too. We haven't seen him in a while. And thanks for coming to the sports office, Lawrence.
Yeah, man.
Had a good time, and if you guys need somebody to like Hollywood, have a guy come get Lawrence. I like to give him a hard time. Robert Pugsley behind the camera. We'll see you guys next time.